Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back, people, to Ringside. Ooh, ding, ding, ding. Let's get it. It's your boy Christopher back at it again. I got my son Basilio. Say what's up to the fans.
Yo, it's good.
What's up to the fans, Josh? Say what's up.
Oh, what's good? What's good?
All right, y'all know WrestleMania is this weekend. We hype. We just gonna get into some quick predictions. You gonna know what we think, what our predictions are, and why. Without further ado, let's get it. Night one, first match we should talk about and predict: Jade Cargill versus Naomi. The beef with Bianca Belair, as you know, top tier betrayal. Me personally, I got Jade. She has to win this, bro. Ain't no way she gonna run you over and you're not gonna handle your business, bro. You must. I got Jade, bro. That's it. What about you, Basoya?
I do agree with you. I also got Jade in this. It's been a great build. It's been a great story. But I really think that, Jade should get this match. Because we're looking at back at last year, she had that six-man tag, but this is her first one-on-one match at WrestleMania. She has a lot of critics, about her wrestling ability. Hey, so now it's time, one-on-one. Let's get it done.
Heard. What about you, Josh? What you
I
saying?
mean, shoot, I see why Jade could be the ideal choice, but I gotta go with Naomi. Honestly, Naomi finna pack her up. I'm gonna be honest with you, because like,
Oh
what's the
damn.
point of like dropping on the? I get the redemption story, but at the same time too, add some meat, add some layers to the story, and then Jade could probably get it some other time if you were Bianca. But I think Naomi got it.
Okay, heard you on that. Next match we should predict LA Knight, yeah, against that boy, the Wolverine, Jacob Fatu. Me personally, damn. Do I want Jacob Fatu winning a US title? I don't know yet. Right now, nah, I got LA Knight. I just want. I think LA Knights should keep the title. I don't know if they're gonna let Jacob Fatu just beat him at a big stage like this to gain a title. So I got LA Knight. What about you?
Hey, man, looks like we're on the same page again because I also got LA Knight winning. With Jacob Fatu, he's been getting a big push recently, but I don't think it's time yet. I don't think they should rush him because we look at LA Knight. He just won the title recently. So just to give him the title, just to give the Jacob Fatu, it seems like a hot potato to me. So hopefully, LA Knight gets the win.
What about you, Josh? What you saying?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like we're water and oil today because I highly disagree. I agree with your point, right? I agree with your point. However, it makes sense. But like, what's the purpose of like putting Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania just to take a loss? I guess Solo could cost him the match, but like, wouldn't you think the story between Solo and Jacob could be more compelling if Jacob won the title and Solo's like, damn, like you could win the singles title here and I can't? I feel like that would be the best way to go, honestly speaking.
Compelling argument. Compelling argument. All right, next prediction. Tag team. Oh, we lost Josh there for a second, but when he comes back, we'll get his prediction. Tag team. War Raiders against New Day. Me personally, I got the New Day. They've been going crazy on Raw. Like they keep winning, and ever since that crowd was just chanting "New Day sucks," even their own family was chanting "New Day sucks." They came out with the merch and everything. I think they on a crazy streak right now. Some nonsense is gonna happen, but they gonna be the new tag team champions. What are you saying, Basilio?
Hey, man, this will probably be our first agreement of the day. I got the Viking Raiders winning this. They're also, I mean, not too long, they beat the Judgment Day for the tag team titles. And like they're starting to really build that division on Monday Night Raw. So I think a win over the New Day here will probably be best for the division because like the New Day, as you mentioned, they've done like great heel work, but I don't think it's time to pull that trigger yet. Maybe the New Day loses here, and then the next pay-per-view, they should get that win.
All right, we'll get Josh's prediction when he come back. Moving on to the next match, we should talk about 619 Rey Mysterio against the one of the most uplifting luchadors you'll ever see. Oh, okay. All right, we just about to move on to the next match, but real quick, we can get your prediction on the War Raiders versus the New Day. What you thinking, Josh? I said
The
the New Day would win. Basilio said the War Raiders. What you saying?
man, like honestly, I agree with you. I agree with you. I feel like the New Day needs to win because the New Day they came so strong with so much momentum, and not to do anything about it would be crazy. And I feel like they need to win so they could like If Biggie do come back, I'm not saying he is, but if he do come back, I feel like them winning and then Biggie probably costing them the title or Biggie making a return. That's what I would like to see. Because like the War Raiders, they had a great run, but it's time for the new day because it's a new day.
It's a new day.
Do
All
they
right, next
suck?
match we should. Hey, chill, bro. Hey, chill, bro. Chill. Don't talk about those like that. Chill. All
What he
right,
said?
next match. He said new day sucks.
Come on, don't do that. I know you have like a box of bootios in your pantry right now.
Hell nah. Do they suck?
Hey, you know who don't suck though? El Grande Americano. Okay? And guess what? He gonna take that win against Rey Mysterio, bro. I feel it. They gonna let that happen. Trust. I got El Grande Americano. He's been going on a tear in Raw. This whole beef that he has with the LWO, he's been packing them up. Obviously Ray should probably handle his business, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think El Grande Americano is gonna take the win, and I don't know who's under that mask, but we might find out. So that's my prediction. What about you, Vasily?
Hey man, I disagree with you on here. I got Rey Mysterio, man. You know, the El Grande Americano gimmick, it's been okay, but I don't think this is a type of gimmick that you run for months. I got Rey Mysterio winning this match, and then taking off the mask of Chad Gable. That's what I see happening.
Chad Gable is not under the mask, bro.
Hey, we'll see. Hey, we'll see. Hey, we'll see.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's not
We'll
Chad
see.
Gable. I'm
We'll
telling
see.
you
Because
that.
Rey Mysterio, he's gonna hit the 619, and he's gonna pull the mask of Americana. We'll see who it really is. Chad could be Chad Gable, could
Hey,
be Gable Chad. We'll see.
Gable chat.
well, I agree with you, Chris. Um, I think Ray's not winning. As he go for the 619, his mask gonna be snatched up, and then he's gonna have to cover his face, and then all you hear is chaos theory or suplex. But it's not Chad Gable that's under the mask though.
Nah, I like that. I like that outcome. The next match, the Ring General against main event Uso. I got main event Uso finally winning this and handling his business. He's been very serious lately. He has to do it for his brother Jim. Don't get packed, bro. He can't get packed up. He saw what Gunther did in the ring to his brother, bro. You have to handle this. You have to handle this on the biggest stage, and win that title. He's like what 0-4 against Gunther. Make this the one. If this is your one, bro, those other four don't matter for me personally. So I got Jay. What are you saying, Basile? Because this is your guy.
Hey, I'm with you on it. I also got main event Jay Uso. He has. Hey, we got the build, we got the story. Everything's in line. This is the perfect time for him to win the title. I do see him winning. Gunther had a Gunther had a solid, great reign. He done a lot of great work. But it's time for main event.
Hey, I think this might be the first time we actually agreed on something. We haven't agreed on anything all night, you know. But this story does it. Jay wins, but honestly, this might be a fetch, a far stretch. But I think Jay's not doing it for Jimmy. He's doing it for The Rock. That's what I think. I feel like
I,
Jay's gonna be a bad guy sometime down the line.
so you feel like after that celebration on Monday Night Raw, he's gonna come out. I did it for the Rock.
I did.
Like if you
That's
can see
exactly what I was going.
I
I feel
did it.
like, hey, I feel like, yeah, he knows Jay is gonna say something is best for business. Just watch out. I feel it.
Okay, all right. Josh got a fancy prediction about this match. Okay, we'll see what happens. Next match, Tiffy time. Will it be Tiffy time at WrestleMania? Tiffany Stratton against Charlotte Flair. This one's a little hard for me to call. Y'all seen the promos, got a little bit personal, went off script. Um, I'm gonna just say Tiffany because I don't know. Like I know y'all seen Charlotte with the knee brace. I don't know if she's like I don't know if she'll be at 100%. And even if she's not, like do you want her winning a title? If she's not at 100%. And Tiffany's still young, and like I feel like she's been a good champion. So like, nah, let Tiffy time continue, bro. I got Tiffany Stratton. What you saying, Lizelle?
Hey man, I'm looking at the time. Hey, it does look like it's Tiffany time. Also got Tiffany Stratton winning. I do agree with you. She's a young champion. And then looking at Charlotte history, hey, Charlotte, she's been having a lot of wins at WrestleMania, but I think it's time, pass the torch to the youngest door.
What you saying, Josh?
Uh, nah, Charlotte Flair need to be the 25-time women's championship. That's what I pray for. I need that.
You need
Need
that.
that. I feel like Tiffy Tom was good, but Tiffy Tom is over. The queen needs to rise back from the ashes. That's what we need. So I'm going with Charlotte, my queen.
My queen. Hey, enticing match for sure. And the final match of night one, main event, we got Seth freaking Rollins versus our tribal chief Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. This match has been talked about a lot. I got Seth winning this. Like I just feel like it does feel like he's been shoehorned into the situation and he shoehorned himself even more with the whole telling the wise man, "Oh, now you owe me a favor." I just feel like if you gonna butt your way into this, do it properly. And I don't know. It feels easy to say he could be the sacrificial lamb in this fight. I just feel like he got something for us because the last thing he wants is for CM Punk to be happy or for Roman Reigns to be happy. So I just have a feeling Seth is gonna come out on top of this match. What are you saying?
Hey, I got CM Punk winning. I see CM
Okay.
Punk winning the match. I see him. Hey, he could pin Roman. He could pin Seth. I'm not too sure who gets the pin, but I do have CM Punk winning, and then him and Paul Heyman will be aligned. They'll finally be aligned back again.
Best friends. What you saying, Josh? What you saying?
Hmm, not gonna lie. Damn, this one is hard. I don't
Yeah.
see Punk winning because I feel like Punk winning might be the obvious choice, right? I feel like it could be Seth or it could be Roman. I feel like with Roman, Roman wins, but he loses Wise Man. So did he really win? And with Seth, I feel like if Seth wins, he takes the Wise Man, and I feel like the story is a little deeper than what we insinuate. Honestly speaking, you know, I feel like Seth Rollins just know what's best for business. And let's just say there's a family member of Roman Reigns that would love to do business with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. And I feel like, hey, Seth is Seth is gonna win. He's gonna win everything. He's playing chess. He's not playing checkers.
Okay. Hey, bro. Hey, W Seth, bro, because he's not playing games. I'm telling you, he does not want CM Punk or Roman Reigns to be happy. But you did say it would be predictable for CM Punk to win. Wouldn't it be more predictable if Roman won though? Because ain't he like the face, tribal chief, all this and that. He gets jealous of CM Punk. He just tries to remove Seth Rollins. See CM Punk and Paul Heyman talking, crashes out over jealousy, and then wins the match. Don't you think that's more likely?
Um, yeah, I get what you're saying, but like, if you really think about the build, they make it more about it's about Heyman. It's been about Heyman the last couple of weeks, right? But
Yeah.
if you really think about it, it's more about the moment for CM Punk than it is about anything else. Main eventing WrestleMania for the first time ever, being with his older advocate slash best friend. So I feel like it just seems too obvious. Like having the moment, being with your best friend, and having doing something that you've been wanting to do for the longest. I feel like you can't give him everything. He gotta work for it. And then that's gonna give Seth
Mm.
something to hold over CM Punk's head. Yeah, you main evented WrestleMania for the first time, but you didn't win.
Mm.
I feel
Okay,
like
you
Yeah,
gotta
it
work.
goes deeper.
yeah. I
What you
see where
saying,
you guys.
Mateo?
Yeah, I see where you guys are coming from, and like I understand. You might say like CM Punk is like the obvious choice, but I think otherwise, I've been seeing a lot of opinions. Everybody's talking about Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins. Everybody's been thinking about Seth Rollins winning and like aligning with Paul Heyman. So I mean, to me, that's like the obvious choice here. But I do see CM Punk winning. He's aligned with Paul Heyman, and that drives Seth Rollins' character even further. because we look at the next Monday Night Raw, CM Punk is gloating like he's loving and stuff like that. But hey, now we look at Seth Rollins' character, like how does he feel? He lost to CM Punk in the main event of WrestleMania. He never wanted CM Punk to get to be in the main event, and to make things even worse, he was the one that took the pin. So that probably drives his character even worse. And then over the next couple of months, he starts to show like heel tendencies. Maybe we see sometimes like he breaks down more. So I think that'll be more interesting to see.
Okay, definitely a match we looking very forward to. It's gonna be lit. All right, moving on to night two of WrestleMania. First match we should try to predict. This one's pretty evenly contested. We talked about it before we started filming a little bit. Damian Priest against Drew McIntyre. Personally, I got Damian Priest winning this. I just don't think Drew's gonna get the win this time. I don't know this year. Well, maybe towards the latter end of the year, it just feels like he's been a little lackluster. Maybe in some events where you expect him to do better or to get the win, he just comes up a little short. So yeah, I got Damian Priest getting the win. This time I'll start with you, Josh. What are you saying?
Honestly, Drew McIntyre, he got it. Usually he get, the roll up is his kryptonite because every time he's in a match, he be doing most of the beat down. He be mink, 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 but then the person just roll him up and then he lose. But I feel like Drew McIntyre learns. He's learning from that, and he's not gonna make the same mistake twice. Because Drew McIntyre, Cody had to finish his story last year. Drew McIntyre got to finish his story and stop losing to these roll ups. That's what he needs to
Mm,
do, and I feel like he's the guy that should win and the guy that's going to win.
okay. So yo, Josh thinks that Drew should stop chasing fruit by the roll up sponsorship. What are you saying?
You read my mind.
Yo, hey Chris, hey, it looks like we're in the same page. I also got Damian Priest winning. He seems to be one of Triple H's favorite wrestlers because we're looking since back October. Damian Priest, he rarely loses. Like he's been booked really strong. I do see him beating Drew McIntyre in this match, gaining back his momentum. And hey, who knows? We'll see him back in that world title picture.
Okay, sounds good. All right, next match we should talk about AJ Styles against Logan Paul. Logan Paul, he been acting like a punk on Raw these past couple weeks. He keeps ducking the smoke from AJ Styles. I want to say some Mickey Mouse nonsense could happen, and then he could get the win over AJ, but I don't see it. I just think it's what the fans want to see. We just all want to see. Well, me personally, I want to see AJ come out on top. Just give us one last hurrah. So I got AJ Styles winning this
Honestly, I gotta disagree with you. You're my man, but I gotta disagree with you. I'm gonna be honest with
one.
you.
But
Like,
why?
I feel like because if my theory about Jay Uso is wrong, right? But then he wins the world title, you gonna need a credible heel. And I feel like Logan Paul is just gonna be one of the few people that Jay Uso actually have a feud with. And so
Okay.
in order to give him that kind of momentum for real, you gotta have him beat AJ. Do I want it? No. But I feel like that's the way that they're gonna go. That's my thought on it.
What about you, Basilia? What you saying?
Hey, Josh and I, hey, we're finally seeing eye to eye. Josh and I is finally seeing the eye to
I,
eye, man. Hey, man, we're on the same page. Also got Logan Paul winning. We look back at his WrestleMania record. I mean, he did lose to Seth Rollins, and he did win that tag team match, but he never won like a one-on-one match. So him against like AJ Styles, I do got Logan winning. AJ Styles, he's older now. He got a couple more years left, and he's on his way out. So I think now he's just focused on putting the younger talent over. I do agree with Josh. Logan Paul gets this win. Solidify him as like a main event, like heel talent, and maybe he can go against that Jey Uso as champion.
Okay, bet. Can't wait to see the outcome of this one. Next match we gotta talk about and predict is a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker against Dominic Mysterio, against Penta, against Finn Balor. And
no,
I got
it's
no,
not
don't
Finn.
do this.
It's
Don't do
not
this. Show
it's
respect.
Finn.
Show respect,
Last
bro.
time I seen 1, 2, 3.
Hey, but you know what though? I got Finn Balor winning this one. Trust me. Hey, bro. Nah, hear me out, bro. Judgment Day, bro. We all seeing it behind the scenes. They've been slowly turning on him. Everyone's praying for his downfall. I promise you, bro. He will find a way to win this match by hook or by crook. I got Finn Balor winning this, bro. Braun is gonna sell somehow. Dominic Mysterio, he's just gonna get in his own way, or he's gonna try to sell Finn, and it's just gonna backfire in his face. Penta, Penta, nice, but I don't know. For some reason, I just don't feel like Penta gonna win this. I don't feel it. So I got Finn. What you saying, Josh?
Me, like,
Yeah.
oh damn, it's like the Undertaker just popped up in here. Damn. So my phone disconnected. I lost. Okay, we back. Brighter. Um, yeah, like I disagree. I think Dom's gonna win. Braun is gonna move up to the main event status. Oh Lord, Braun is gonna move to the Braun is gonna move to the main event status. Penta is too new to tell a better story with Finn. I'm not gonna lie. Like you need him to take that. He's not gonna take the pin. I feel like he's gonna hit someone with the coup de grace. Most likely Penta, and then Dom's gonna come out of nowhere. He's gonna be like, "Get out of here! Throw him out the ring! One, two, three, and steal the title." I feel like that's just the way they're gonna go.
Okay. What about you, Basilio?
You even have to ask me. You know, I'm biased. I said in the last episode, Finn Balor's my guy. Honestly, I don't care if it makes sense or not. I have Finn Balor winning. You know, he deserves that title. He deserves that title. You know, WWE has really dropped the ball with him the past couple of years. He's been fought in the Judgment Day. He got packed up by Damian Priest. He just gets packed up by every major face at this point. And as Josh said, he's been taking a lot of pins, too many pins in the main event. But you know, hey, New Year, it's about that time. You know, Finn Balor, the next IC champion. Book it. I'm calling it.
I mean,
Okay.
come on, new year, new pin.
Nasty.
If he takes the pin, I won't be here.
Nasty. All right. Y'all heard it here first on Ringside Hoop. So if he takes the pin, he will not be here.
But it's not a
Um,
part of your contract. You can't just quit.
I will not be here.
hey man, that PTO, the P gonna be silent, bro. So I don't know. Hey, bro. All right, next match we should talk about and predict. Last match we just talked about, we said that judge at least one member of the Judgment Day will win. But in this one, this tag team match, will the Judgment Day win this time? It's gonna be Lyra and Bailey against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. I'll say yes. I think Liv Morgan and Raquel will win this match, mainly just because of tag team chemistry. I think a newly formed tag team of Lyra and Bailey, I don't see it. And also, there's kind of like a little frenemies relationship between them. Like Lyra's like, I never really beaten you, you're my role model, but it's like I'm my own woman now, so I'm trying to, I'm still on top. I'm an intercontinental champion. To be honest, I'm not even sure why she's in this match, but yeah, I still got Raquel and Liv. What are you saying, Josh?
Honestly, I got Lyra and Bailey because like they're gonna have like this mentor slash mentee kind of relationship, and then like I feel like they're gonna win the titles, and then Lyra's gonna feel like she's better than Bailey because she beaten Bailey, and then Bailey's gonna be like, I'm a former women's champion, I'm not gonna sit second fiddle to you, and Lyra's gonna be like, nah, I do what I want, and then they're gonna start beefing with each other, and then like someone's gonna walk out on someone, and then they're gonna get packed up for the tag team titles, and they're gonna be feuding over the IC championship. That's how I see how it goes.
I respect the brand. What about you, Lucille? What you saying?
That sounds like hot potato stuff to me, what Josh just described. For the sake of the women titles, I have the Judgment Day winning, living record. I do have them winning for the sake of the Judgment Day, for the sake of that tag team division. If Lyra wasn't an IC champion, then I was like, maybe I could see it coming. But I'm not a fan of double champions, and I'm not a fan of changing, the title holder so often and so quickly. So I
Yes.
do hope, for the sake of that division, I do got the Judgment Day retaining.
That makes sense. Josh was talking about earlier about people who do what they want. It's only fitting we talk about this next match. Rhea Ripley somehow gets herself into this match and makes it a tag team match for the women's championship. It's gonna be Io Sky against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. Um, I got Io Sky winning this, bro. This is her time. It doesn't matter if Rhea does what she wants. It don't matter if Bianca, overcame her issues with Jade and Naomi. She come, nah, it's about Io, bro. Y'all seen the promos? every time Rhea and Bianca are snapping at each other. They literally push Io's head, bro. That's crazy disrespect, bro. I need her to hit both of them with a moonsault and walk away with the title. I got Io. What are you saying, Josh?
Honestly, oof, I love Io. I think that's the best women's wrestler in the world. Like, she's just so good.
Oh damn. Hey,
Like,
that's fair.
I want her to win. I want her to win. But at the same time, I low key don't want to agree with you. I feel like I say Bianca's gonna take it. But then,
Yeah,
damn
but
though, she'll be a transitional champion. I feel like Bianca's gonna take it, realistically speaking. But hey, I could see where you're coming from, where they're so like, locked in on each other, and then Io just kind of like, take advantage and steals one. And then we have like some type of rematch. But like personally, I feel like we might see something weird, and Bianca's gonna take it, and then we're gonna have Bianca and Rhea feuding down the line. But I want Io to win, so I ain't gonna even be mad.
okay, her. What you saying, Basel? Who win there for you?
I also got Io Sky winning. If she loses at WrestleMania, not only she'll be 0-3, because remember she lost to Bailey, and then her as part of damage control lost to Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita. So she'll be if she loses this WrestleMania, she'll be 0-3.
You know what you did there.
She should not be 0. She should not be 0-3. She should be 1-2. I do see her winning this match. Also, if she does lose this match, I think she'll be one of the shortest reigning champions. That's awful. If she has one of like the shortest reigns, she doesn't deserve that. I do agree with Josh. She is one of the greatest female wrestlers in the thing. Period. She's one of the greatest female wrestlers ever. So I think it's time for WWE to give her some respect, put that rocket ship on her, because she's gonna win this match, and then she should continue to have a great reign over this year.
No, facts, bro. She deserves it. Hey,
All
all
right,
right, the match, the next match we should. Oh no, what was you about to say, Josh? My fault.
I said she can't go 0-3. That's kind of a crazy, crazy thing to do. She just can't.
I mean, hey, bro, we know how WWE do things. I don't know, man. Hey, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, bro. They might give it to Bianca. Hey, your prediction could be just as true. So we'll see.
I hope not.
The next, hey, we'll see. Next match though, y'all know what time it is. Cody, Cody Rhodes, Cody
Cody,
Rhodes
Cody Rhodes.
against a man who sold his soul for eternal PTO to The Rock, John Cena. Me personally, I don't know what to decide because there's a lot of storylines in here and there's a lot of narratives. Records being broken, people retiring with the belt and walking away with it forever. You know, someone solidifying, their championship status as the people's champion. Nah, I still got Cody though. I just like me personally, I'm really just buying into the whole heel face thing. And Cody just saying, they chose me as their champion, I just want to see him come out on top, And also, I've told y'all before, bro. Travis Scott cannot escape after what he did, bro. I need him to get hit with that crossroads, bro. I need to
You need
see
a
some type
receipt.
of nah, bro. He needs a receipt, bro. He needs to put it in the bag and get the receipt, bro. Cause I need him to get hit with a crossroads. Like the way they did him, bro, and the way they built it up was perfect. Cody Rhodes, I need to see him come out on top. I just don't want John Cena going away, with the belt. I don't want to see no new belt. If he wants to retire, that's his business, bro. I don't want to see none of that, bro. Put the records in the bag. It's okay, bro. You can leave with a tie, bro. But I want Cody Rhodes winning this, so I got Cody. What you saying, Josh?
Oh, man, like, John Cena could go away, man. He's away right now. He's away right now. It's like, I like both of these wrestlers. I like what they do for the game. But honestly speaking, like the last couple of weeks, it's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like an action movie that had like the climax in the beginning, but there's no action. So I'm expecting the resolution to be really good. I think Cena wins. And then remember the thing that I told you about Seth Rollins? I feel like Seth Rollins, maybe even Drew, is gonna help Cena win, and they're gonna form some type of authority type of group, realistically speaking. Because Seth Rollins says something, he mentioned something being best for business. That is something that John Cena had mentioned right before, he did what he did with Cody. So I feel like that's just the way that they're gonna go, and I feel like The redemption arc for Cody is gonna be amazing, but I feel Cena's gonna win it.
Okay. All right. What you saying, Basil? Because I know Cody, your guy. So I don't know
Hey,
what you got to say.
Cody is my guy. You know, he had a great solid reign, but hey, WrestleMania, it's over. I got not just John Cena. He's not just going against John Cena. 'Cause, you know, if John Cena comes out as the recent John Cena, he's gonna get packed up. You know, John Cena, he got digging deep. He got to bring out Super Cena. Super Cena is coming out at WrestleMania. If anybody's going to interfere in this match, it's probably going to be TKO Rock. I don't see Drew McIntyre. I don't, especially not Seth Rollins, because John Cena's line with the Rock. Seth Rollins, I don't, I don't see that happening.
I
But
see it.
TKO Rock, I think he should interfere. Probably help. I mean, if it's Super Cena doesn't even need that help. But if anybody's interfere, it's probably TKO Rock. I do see Super Cena winning the title, and let's see what he does with it. Retirement tour. We're taking it back to Boston.
I,
Hey, hey, quick question for y'all though. All right, we've talked about this before, but let's talk about this again, bro. Because it's coming. If John Cena wins, bro, what's happening to that title, bro? Yeah, are they really just gonna let him walk away? Just like he said in his promo, he really gonna walk away with it forever, and they gonna give us a toy belt, bro? Do y'all
nah,
think there's any chance of that actually happening?
nah, the spinner belt is coming back. That's what he means. He's gonna bring back that toy back, and that's gonna be the championship that they're gonna be using while he's there, because it's the one that's most synonymous with him. That's what I think he means when he is going to ruin wrestling. Go
What
ahead.
about you, Mr.
I don't think he's gonna bring back the spinner title, but for me, what I see a Monday Night Raw. He'll probably come on the promo. It'll probably be if Rock interferes, it will be the Rock and Cena kind of promo, and then maybe you see Cody Rhodes comes out and like maybe another challenge for, like the next pay per view, or maybe they go in a different direction. Cody takes some time off, but we'll probably see that. But I don't think he's just gonna retire and like take the belt home. What I do think was see he's not gonna come. He's not gonna defend. He's not gonna show up like really often. He probably will show up for SummerSlam, but between now and SummerSlam, I honestly I don't see him working that many dates. So I know he's like, of course, in real life, he's a busy man. He has to do this and he has to do that, but also help his character too, because he said he was going to take the title home anyway. So I think we rarely see Cena. I don't know what that does for SmackDown having no champion, but we've already seen it with Roman not showing up for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Damn,
So we've seen that before. So I think that's probably what they're going to do with Cena.
damn, that's very detrimental for both brands. Because I'm not gonna lie, like not seeing the champion. We already know the WWE champion is the number one championship in the company,
Yeah.
right? And
Mhm.
John Cena not being around, Jey Uso's cool. He got that aura. He got that dog in him. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure if he's gonna be good enough. I'm like for fans. Let me say that in a better way. For fans to fully be invested in his character consistently as just the sole dominant champion, because I feel like like I said before, like fans are very fickle, right? One minute they love you, one minute they hate you. We see this story all the time, and I don't know how that's gonna work for Jey Uso if John Cena's not here. And as for Cody, I think Cody should take a break. And my opinion on Cena's title reign, if he doesn't have no movies that he's doing, if he's not on hiatus, I feel like this is truly his final year. This should be the year that he goes into like feuds and rivalry with all his past rivals. Instead of being a baby face, he's a heel now. I feel like that dynamic is completely different from what we're used to when it comes to Cena.
Okay, bet. Hey, right there, that right there. Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all the last prediction to make one more prediction for this episode. Give me a percentage that you think John Cena will actually retire. What 0 to 100? For me
After this year,
personally, after this year, what's the percentage he will actually retire?
100.
For sure, 100.
100.
Why?
They did like the whole marketing of the retirement tour. Like, I understand it'll be like Josh said last episode, it'll be great heel work if he says, I'm not retiring. But
That would
the real life consequences of doing that and lying to the fans, lying to your consumers, false advertising, that's not a good look for having your company. Understand, great heel work and stuff like that. but not that cost.
Oh, for me, I think it's 50-50. Because like when you're a hero of wrestling, there's no such thing as advertisement. You do what you want. You do what you
Exactly.
want.
There's no
You know, 'cause
rule.
you keeping kayfabe alive, right? Because if you talk about advertisement and stuff, the word kayfabe just not it doesn't exist. But like as the heel, the greatest trick that you could do, right, is pretend as a heel, the greatest thing you could do is kind of tell the fans one thing and then go about it the whole different way because you deceive your fans. As if he was a baby face and he's like, "Oh, this is my last year," and then he comes back. Okay, that's ludicrous. But he comes back and say, "Hey, I was thinking about leaving, but then I realized this company will die if I leave, and I won't leave." That's crazy because it's like, holy cow, this guy just literally just made us invest this time in this. All right, let me see what he's gonna do next. That's how I think about it.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
people do
I
that.
agree.
yeah, I understand. I understand. Like, it would be great heel work. But if we look at the fake retirement tours I did, I mean, they haven't really done a fake retirement tour. They did like a retirement, like announcement, like Mark Henry, but that was a 1 week thing. I mean, nobody really bought merch from that. Nobody bought like crazy tickets from that to see Mark Henry. AJ Styles did it, but like once again, nobody bought fake merch and stuff like that. Nobody bought the ticket prices. But John Cena, how much merch he's been selling of the retirement tour. Do you understand how much ticket prices have been soaring? Because everybody thinks it's John Cena's last match. Like, I understand it will be great here. But you know how terrible that is from a business point of view. You can't do that.
You said from a wait. You said from a what?
A business point of view, you can't do that.
You think they're gonna lose business if John Cena stay for one more year? I don't think so.
No, I don't. Okay, it's gonna be a bad look on the company. That's what I'm saying. You can't. You're not supposed to be able to do that.
In my opinion, I feel like if it tends to be a bad look on the company, then that means you're just not a wrestling fan because we're here for the theatrics, right? Things that happen with the last owner of the company, things that happen in real life, it's kind of like, okay, that's crazy. But things that's happening within the story, if you're telling the story, the fans got to stay invested in the story, no matter how you tell the story.
Even if they pay the price.
They paid a price. Hey, WWE was gonna sell a lot of crazy merches. A lot. They going crazy. You gotta. It's an arm and a leg to
But
go to WrestleMania
I
now.
understand.
Realistically speaking.
I understand that, but like, do you know how much special merch, how much special things? It's not just t-shirts John Cena's been doing. No much special things they've been doing for John Cena because of his retirement tour.
Hey, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, you just keep it as a souvenir. It never said limited edition. I just feel like, honestly,
To me, that's crazy.
like, yeah, I get what you're saying from a business standpoint, but as a wrestling fan, you got to go through the motions, the twists and turns. Because if it was just two guys getting in the ring and just wrestling and getting 5 stars at a time, then people would complain. But the reason why WWE's doing so well right now, especially in the market, is because they have this roller coaster. Like you don't know what's next. Because if you did know what's next, it wouldn't be as entertaining to watch. It keeps you on the
And
edge.
see,
I'm
yeah,
not
that's
saying
why
you're
like,
wrong.
hey,
Wait,
that's why I'm like from my point because I completely get what both y'all are saying. Like I would like me, I would personally say maybe like 85-15. So like 15% chance he just turns back and be like, haha, y'all sick. Cause like I get what Basilio like you saying, like with all the marketing, all the money, all the effort and the time that comes in. But what Josh is saying, bro, the story. How nasty would you have to be to waste all of that and just to go back and be like, haha, y'all
That's a
really
that's a
thought.
that's
Y'all
not a good look.
really
bro, you
thought.
know how
Terrible,
crazy that is going to be, bro? Because they're gonna be
terrible.
like, yo, that story, it gets better. Cena's really gonna he's really gonna play the part. He's really gonna play the part. Right? And then the fans, if you're a true wrestling fan, right, you are going to forget that this happened because you're so invested in the story. You're not gonna be like, damn, I bought this John Cena merch for like $50 and he's not even retiring.
It's not $50. That's the issue. It's not 50. It's expensive. Imagine being a fan. Imagine you spend like $500, $600, or like even like a grand or 2 grand total for all the John Cena merch. Then you go buy a
All
ticket.
right,
Like you said, the tickets are
bet.
expensive. Let's say you add another 1,000 to that just to hear, oh, John
Bet,
Cena's go for another year. He's not retiring.
But
Do you know
bet.
the volume that dropped? You know the
But
volume all that merch
Basilio,
dropped.
Basilio,
The
you
vibe.
know what WWE gonna
The,
say?
it's not gonna. It depends. What are you spending your money on? Are you spending the money on the shirt, or are you spending the money on the experience? That's really what it is. That's really what it comes to, in my opinion.
It's both. Like a fan's not gonna say, "Oh, I dropped $3,000," but like, hey, I get to see John Cena. But it doesn't. It's for the story. I spent $3,000 for the
Right,
story. No, that doesn't.
right.
That's not how it works. Those are people's hard-earned
But
money.
Basilio, you know what WWE is gonna say?
I
All
do
those
it.
people that dropped that money,
Can you sue
Do
them?
we
Can you
want?
sue? Can you
We do
no,
sue
what we
them?
not even.
want.
They
Can
gonna
you
say what
sue?
that got to do with me.
Can you? The question to you, Baz. Can you sue them? All the ratings are gonna go lower.
I mean, no, I mean, I don't think the Rays gonna change too much, but I'm just saying it's a bad look. That's all I'm saying.
It's because
And
nobody.
that's all. Hey, hey, you can argue. Hey, they can argue. It is false advertising to increase your prices like that. They know what they're doing. Now look, this is different. If they was selling regular John Cena merch and they didn't say, "Oh, retirement to a limited edition," if they didn't do that, it'll be
Wait, it says
completely
limited
fine.
edition. That's why I asked you earlier. It says limited
Yes,
edition.
yes. Some of the stuff they're doing are limited edition. That's what I'm saying. That would be different. But if they just say, hey, John Cena shirt, you can get a John Cena Classic Championship title. They can do that. I have no issue with it. But the sense the marketing is so based on retirement tour to do that, make people pay for more upcharge, and the profit margin is probably crazy on those merch. Just to do that and then go back and say, oh, he got a couple more years. That's
Nah,
terrible. Like for example, look at this back to hey, we take it to the NBA. We all ringside. Hope we do talk some ball here. Imagine LeBron James, right? He says in the beginning of the year, "I'm going to retire." You know how much? You know how crazy the merch. You know how
but
crazy
that's
the ticket
different.
prices will go up.
Man, that's completely different because Tom
That's
Brady does
two
that.
different, two different, two different stuff. Two different stuff.
Man,
Two different stuff. I mean, if it says limited edition retirement tour, John Cena, yeah, you could say, hey, that's false advertisement. But if it's just retirement tour, John Cena, they working the fans. Realistically speaking, maybe this year is not John Cena's last year, and it's next year, or maybe it's within this year. Because like it defeats the purpose of giving him what they're gonna do the same story that AEW did with Danielson, just giving him a token world title. He's barely gonna show up just for him to lose at the end of the year to Cody. You know how obvious that is. And right now, the story have no build. Like it has a little bit of build, but it's like imagine a Krabby Patty, right? There's two buns. There's no patty. There's bacon and lettuce. Where's the meat? Where's the juice?
But like I
Like,
said, there's a way to do that without passing the cost to your fans. That's all I'm saying.
okay.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It makes sense what you're
If you
saying.
was one of those fans, you would not have that point of view. If you spend your hard-earned money on that merch, you would not have that point of view. You wouldn't.
Me? Oh, no,
Yeah,
I
you
was
wouldn't.
going to do that kind of stuff.
Exactly. You wouldn't because you're not
Hey,
in their
but
position. That's what I'm
like it's
saying.
kind of like I feel like yeah they wouldn't there'll be fans that'll be probably upset about it, but fans are like, oh yeah, we have Cena one more year, let's cherish this, let's see where the story goes, especially if he does a amazing year after that, right? It doesn't even have to be a full year, it could be literally till WrestleMania of next year where he lose the title, right? Full year, right? People are not gonna be upset about it because you get more of Cena, because absence make the heart grow fonder, especially if he goes for majority of the year. It's like damn, because people are already complaining we don't have a full year of Cena, right? But if Cena could deliver what he needs to deliver and he tells stories the way he needs to tell stories, people are not gonna be mad. People are gonna be like, I love this.
Okay.
But one more
All right.
point, I'm gonna just listen to what you say because what you say makes sense.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like I said, I do, like I've been saying, I do understand what you guys have been saying. To me, from a business point of view, I'm looking from the point of view of the people who spend their hard money on these events, these merch. I just think it's reaching to the point of unethical to me to raise those ticket prices, to do all of that, just to say he's not retired. Oh, he got 2 years left in him. So when 2 years pass and he says, "I'm gonna retire," we're gonna do another retirement tour, another limited edition. Like that's just unethical to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they would do that. That would be crazy worse if they did that because nobody will buy it. Actually, there's still gonna be people that buy into it. What you mean?
They still won't buy it, bro.
They,
And
they,
we'll be
they,
here. We'll be here in 2 years. And Josh said, "Oh, what happens if he goes to? Hey, he can do another crazy heel thing. He can come back for another year, and then we're gonna
that'd
have
be
the same debate."
hey, nothing worse than Ric Flair. You know how many times Ric Flair retired and then he came back?
Hey, all respect to Ric Flair, but hey, man, we're
All
talking John.
respect to Ric Flair, you
All
know.
respect to Ric Flair, man.
Hey,
Hey,
nobody
John
got mad, bro, until he reached 70 for real. So
I agree.
The impact of Ric Flair on kids compared to Cena is two different things. Come on, man.
two different eras. We can't
Yeah, two
compare it
different
because
eras. Yeah, that's okay.
us,
It's two different
it's
things.
Cena. For them, it was Rick.
That's what it's two different eras, man. Money is way different now. Back then, yeah, with money is way different now.
I get what you
Okay.
said.
But hey, that's a match. We're all looking forward to seeing the outcome of. Hey, but that's been the episode, y'all. Hey, let's clap it up. W's in the chat. Hey, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get updates when we upload. And if you made it to the end of the video, just leave a comment of what your favorite WrestleMania ever was. As always, we will see you guys next time.